And we are here live in the flesh, people. Good morning to all. Good morning to y'all. Welcome to another edition of Wake and Pack. TGIF people. Thank God it's Friday, man. Honestly, y'all know on my street, 420 HPOV Boulevard, every day is Friday. But for you regular people who actually treat days as the certain days, hey, thank God it's Friday, man. Hopefully get a payday today, Hopefully you get to go out there and take over the world. But you guys already see the thumbnail, and I tried to make it look as such just to kind of mirror this guy's intensity and just mirror like the kind of coach that we are getting. So welcome to Green Bay, new linebackers coach and run game coordinator, Anthony Campanile. Okay. Now, sorry to Coach O. I'm kind of feeling ashamed. I can't say his African ass name, but I could say Campanile. But my boy David Niehoff helped me out with that. When I was looking at his name, I'm like, is it Campanelli or Campanile? But it seems to be Campanile. And we're going to get a little bit into more of this guy, this coach, this hidden gem I think we got. And as I continue to talk about him, Packers been getting hidden gems lately. Shout out to my boy Zane Strong. Good morning, man. Aloha, mahalo. You already know how it go, man. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to everybody. Uh-oh. Is it raining? No, it's not raining. Although it was raining half this week, Brandy. I'm glad to see you. Schedule change. Hey, I'm still here, If you're not able to catch us live, just please watch the replay, Brandy. But you are more than welcome on this channel. And we value your opinion. Yeah, hey, Brandy, some people start hitting me up on some personal stuff like, where's Brandy? I'm like, bro, she's busy. Brandy's allowed to have a life. She's probably getting her hair done, And then, lo and behold, her schedule changed. So that's what that's about, y'all. Y'all got the answer. So for y'all asking me about Brandy Lewis, where she's at, she's here. And if she's not here, she's here in spirit. So yeah, a lot of coaching changes, Brandy, and man, Brandy, I know it seems like anything the Packers do, I'm like amazed by it. This is the best shit ever. But seriously, the past couple of years, we've been making some really, really good moves. So I think this guy is a good move. He was interviewed to be a DC. I believe it might have been Atlanta. He was also interviewed for the same position he got with us. So this guy had options, number one. And number two, this guy is sought after, okay? So same thing like I explained with Coach Hafley is like the guy's, his experience is different though. Hafley mainly, stayed on the defensive side of the ball. But this guy, first of all, he's seen a lot. Oh, yeah, Brandy. And then that play right there. I was a savage advocate, and that play right there. It's like last week, Darnell, you had the same opportunity, took it to the house, changed the game. Another opportunity a week later. We probably will be. Hey, Savage could have probably been a hero, in Green Bay if he would have took that interception, man, and that might have changed the game for us. But it's cool, and it's cool to bring up old stuff, Brandy, because you know what? I'm over it. I'm over that loss. I'm well over that loss. I'm still tripping off the divisional shit from whenever, when they beat us then. I'm still tripping off of that. So, but yeah, back to this coach. A little bit of experience. Started in his alma mater, high school. Coached at Rutgers. Coached at Boston College, Michigan, so some top, Boston College and Rutgers, not top colleges, but he was able to go to Michigan, right? Got some experience there. Now, he was a coach of a lot of things, right? He was not just, first of all, used to be a player, okay? And he was a safety, and he played linebacker at Rutgers from 01 to 04, right? So what I'm looking at as far as Hafley and LaFleur hiring this guy, I think it's just to relay the message. I think it's just for a guy who's seen a lot and is able to adjust his coaching because he's seen so many things. This guy has been a tight end coach. He's been a wide receivers coach. He's been an offensive coordinator. He's been a defensive coordinator. He's been a defensive backs coach. He's been a linebacker coach. That's a lot of knowledge about a lot of positions. 9 times out of 10, mostly, especially players who used to play in the league, their expertise is the position that they played. Not for this guy. This guy knows football all over the field. He knows the 4-3. And again, I just think he's going to be there to relay a message. And it's kind of like a switcheroo, right? Joe Barry, our defensive coordinator, goes to Miami. He's our defensive coordinator, but kind of like our de facto linebackers coach, okay? Believe it or not, Joe Barry is good at coaching linebackers, okay? So that's that. Again, he was interviewed before, so he was sought after. He was Miami's linebacker coach. So, and then again, don't feel sorry for Joe Barry, y'all. Now, one question I do have. As horrible as Joe Barry's been, this motherfucker got a job so quick. Why is Eric Bieniemy not have a job? And this man has coached his team as offensive coordinator to multiple Super Bowls, and he just doesn't have a job. And he went to Washington and couldn't keep a job there. That just shows how bad Washington is, no matter who's up in the management, but we'll leave that at that. But again, this guy has a lot of experience. Also coached, I said Boston College, but that did not overlap with Coach Half. They did not coach there together. But again, it's just good to have that familiarity. Oh, yeah, see? But then we must listen to Goop. We must listen to Gutekunst. He said this is not going to be a total overhaul, like we just about to get rid of all the guys we have and bring in all the guys that fit his system. First of all, you just can't physically do that in the amount of time we would need to do that in. So we're going to take what we have, which is a great core. He's going to try to position those guys the best way he can to fit his scheme until, the draft comes. Then when the draft comes, we can cater to him and he can draft his prototype. He should be very knowledgeable about the football game and some of these players. Probably a player he coached at Boston College. Don't be surprised if we get a player from Boston College. He would know a lot more about him. Hey, Brandy, even on this channel 2-3 days ago, people were saying, man, we need to get tougher. Well, I'm like, hello, Coach O, new defensive line coach. They said he's a rah-rah guy, physically imposing guy, big guy. Yelling, and then with this guy, I use that thumbnail because that's what you're going to get from him. He was on Hard Knocks when the Dolphins was on there, and he had a few viral, what they would call nowadays viral moments where, he was going off and just talking this shit as a coach, and we need that. Now, every football coach got a little bit of fire in them, right? After a third down stop, I'm sure Joe Barry will be cheering and stuff like that, and I've even seen Joe Barry drop a F-bomb. But this guy is like that contagious. This guy is like that all the time. Like when you're around me, you better be hyped. That's kind of how he is. And again, knows the game, played safety and linebacker. So that's just knowledge. That's just him being able to. And then the key word to me is just relay the message. Well, that's not a key word. That's a key few words, but just relay the message that Coach Half wants all these players to do. And he can do that because he's been all over the place. He's coached different positions, different levels of talent, low colleges, big colleges, high school, Miami Dolphins, So again, his track record isn't extensive as Coach Half, but, this guy is, has some experience, and I think he's really going to help relay the word, relay the message on the field with these guys, He been in the 3-4, been in the 4-3, knows the ins and outs of all of that. So I, of course, think it's a good hire. And again, we need more alpha males, y'all. Hell no. Would you mess with him, Zane? As soon as I seen him, I said, okay, Coach ain't playing no games. Shout out to my boy John Boehner, man, in the building. And you already know when John Boehner comes through. You already know when y'all see John Boehner, that is a reminder, a friendly reminder for y'all to hit that like button, y'all. Like button is free as hell. Hey, me, myself, as a human being, I try to do one good deed a day. Sometimes I might do 3, sometimes I might do 4, but just be a nice human. Hit the like button. All you gotta do is hit. It's free as hell, man. Help me out. Hey, you hit the like button, and I'm gonna hit the bowl. Speaking of hit the bowl, like clockwork, my boy Zane. Well, Brandy, clearly it is hard. This is the highest level of football, but with that being said, this being the highest level of football, these are highly trained and paid professionals. We would expect them to just zero in on the playbook and be professionals and be as prepared as they can be with a defensive change. But to me, Brandy, as an ex-player, I think it's all on the individual player. How much do you want to learn this defense? Are you really going to have your head in the playbook at midnight, 1, 2, 3 in the morning? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to train your brain to remember, oh, what this meant last year means this year? Some coaches have the same plays, but they just call it something different. So Green Bay is normally, known for getting smart type players. So hopefully they all buy in. And that's the number one thing, Brandy. Everyone has to buy in. That's the number one thing with any kind of coach, but especially with a coach just coming in. He's confident in himself. He just got this job, but his message has to be relayed. That's why they're making it easier. Oh, this is Matt LaFleur. Hey, my coaching staff doesn't have to stay here. Bring in who you want. Oh, we're going to bring in Coach O. Okay, we went to Boston College. Y'all coach together. The way that we're doing this, it seems like it's going to be an easier transition. And another thing, Brandy, as a player, like, okay, Joe Barry's gone, right? So this guy is coming in. Coach O's coming in for the D-line. This guy's coming in for the linebackers. Coach Half is just coming in to cover the whole defense. Those players are prideful. Rashawn Gary is like, okay, I know he knows I'm Rashawn Gary. I know I might have played against him, and he probably watched me play, but now I'm his player. I'm going to show him what the real Rashawn Gary is. He's going to see me night in and night out. Whenever a new coach comes in of any sort, it's like the player's mind reset. Sometimes when you got a coach so long, they know what you can do, they know what you're capable of. Your drive just might not be there because you already know. Come game day, it might be there, but you're going to be seeing some intense practices because these guys are prideful. New coach coming in, this is a clean slate for some people too. Some people who might not have had a shot in this defense last year might have a shot due to this guy because they got a clean slate. Joe Barry might have coached Savage, for so long. He's like, oh man, he thinks he has his idea of what Savage is. Coach Half might think something totally different. So it is hard, Brandy. Ain't nothing easy, especially in this league, and it's hard to win. But number one, they got to buy in. That's number one. And then number two, after buying, they got to do their own personal due diligence as players. Because again, this ain't like the third year in the defense where they don't even have to worry about it. They can go to sleep at night. All of these guys, as soon as they get the playbook, as soon as they get the concept, as soon as they get the checks, the call, like they need to be really turning into students, and learning. Because, again, it seems like it's a long summer, but when you're installing a brand new philosophy, a brand new defense, these guys might not fully get it to week 4, 5, 6, when Joe Barry came in, he kind of blew, like wildfire, but, we had a very, very, we had Z, we had Preston, we had that influx of free agents coming in. So I think that's what helped them. But bottom line, they got to believe in what he's talking about. And he has to translate it to them in a way where they all understand. I think he has a chance of doing that because he just came from kids like this. This team is so young. He's pretty much coaching college kids. They brains are still like, you can still mold it. I ain't talking about Preston. Rashawn is still moldable. LVN, Carl Brooks, Kobe Wooden, TJ Slayton still, Heavy D, Devontae Wyatt. These are guys who, get that Barry shit out of your head. You still young in the game. Let's learn this defense and let's get it going. And it individually impacts the players accordingly, Brandy. If the shoe fits, wear it. Hey, Savage, Barry was asking you to do this. I'm not asking you to do that. Can you do this for me? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I am very interested to see what we do in free agency, how we attack the draft, and who the hell we keep. Big Nate is in the motherfucking house, man. Like clockwork, man. Shout out to Big Nate. Hey, man, it's going down, Nate. We are really like, they doing their thing. I can't say it's a bad thing, man. Every move I'm looking at, I do the extensive research. I don't just look at the last team he was at. I don't just look at the last team stats that he was at. What did he do early in his career? What did he do in the middle? Has he been through something? Has he got fired? You got to look at all that kind of stuff. And it seems like we are picking, the good shit. Well, he specializes in I want to say interior linebackers specifically, but I could be wrong. But linebackers and safeties. But again, it's tricky with him, Zane, because this motherfucker's been a tight end coach. He's been a wide receiver coach. He's been an offensive coordinator. So this guy just knows the game in and out. Shout out to Monica in the motherfucking building. Whole family over there. Hold it down, Monica. Hold down the fort over there. Yeah, well, hopefully Stokes get revamped after visiting my boy TR's alma mater, the great University of Wisconsin, to a hamstring specialist, Christian Watson, Eric Stokes, and I believe one more motherfucker's going over there to really see what's going on with these soft tissue issues. You know what I'm saying? Throw Devondre Campbell in there too. Let him go too. And then this is another thing. Am I the only one that likes Campbell? Now, the price tag could probably change, but who's the king of adjusting? Who extends contracts? Who restructures contracts the best? Packers. Russ Ball. You know what I'm saying? So we do need Bang Gary to be Bang Gary more times than not. I ain't gonna lie. Rashawn, my boy, we paid him this year. Couple of times, I say, kind of disappeared a little bit, just a little. So we got to work on that, Bang. But, it's a long season, man. They definitely can, Brandy. But, see, communication, that should be the key word in this whole coaching deal, because as long as Isaiah McDuffie, he was coach under Hafley and Coach O. So they know all about McDuffie. And this is now, am I right or am I right? Back, when McDuffie started doing really good this year, I know my boy Zane Strong love McDuffie. I'm like, I love McDuffie. The only thing is, and then this is just God. He just don't have the attributes like the height, the speed, the this, the that. But he's a football player and he is smart. People undervalue smartness. Fucking Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl throwing like 10 passes with a broken neck. You think he won because of his skills? No, he won because he was smart. And, Von Miller was on the other side, wreaking havoc. That was like prime Von Miller. So, that strip sack fumble from Cam Newton changed both of them, forever. So, yeah, communication, it starts with the coaches. Clearly. That's why Matt and Haf are bringing in certain guys who's like, okay, I worked with him before. He knows this system. Okay, this guy knows pretty much everything. The coach we just got now, I'm forgetting his name already, but the thumbnail guy, who we talking about right now, who the video's after, done been everywhere, man. So, like, that's if we keep him. That's if we keep him. And then back to communication. That might be a reason to keep Savage, Brandy. One thing I did see, Savage sometimes, okay, he dropped that pick, and then sometimes his just positioning of his body isn't good, and he gets balls caught on him, right? But he's a communicator, man. Our team did a lot better when he was in the game, whether he was making the play or not. Who's going to tell Keyshawn to go do this? Who's going to tell this person to go do that? I seen, especially in the secondary, Savage as that communicator and leader on the field. You cannot take that away from Darnell Savage, a bully leader too. Like, he's the one going around after the play, swiping the ball away still. Just that alpha male in him. That's enough for me to keep him. Man, the skill set is the skill set. I mean, he's far removed from college, but goddamn it, a 4.4 is a 4.4 if that's what he ran. Did he ran a 4.5? or 4.4. I mean, but clearly he was one of the faster safeties coming out. So yeah, you know, I agree with that. You know, because then at the end of the day, you can't, the player can't blame anybody but themselves. It's like, listen, hey, you got the money, you got the clout, you got the resources. Something wrong with you, just like Devondre Campbell. I was mad. I'm like, why couldn't he find what he needed to find with his injuries within 1265? Why this motherfucker had to go to a whole another entity to go see? I'm like, what's wrong with 1265? We got rid of the guy, with the barbell mustache. We can't trust those people. Whenever Aaron Rodgers had that shit, we was playing kind of weird, So I'm glad he's out of there. Go audition for Reno 911, please. Okay. But shit, sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire. Like, I don't want to entirely blame that guy, but damn, with the issues we've had with injuries, it's you gotta look in that area. You gotta looking at, well, yeah, but shit, let's compare him to somebody else. Ray Lewis is, he can be the same size, but he got more explosiveness, more acceleration, more point of it. I mean, again, it's Ray Lewis, so we ain't gonna get to comparing to them. But I'm just saying, in a general sense, McDuffie is undersized. Hey, in a general sense, Jair Alexander is undersized. Does that mean he's not a good player? No, he's one of the best still at 5'10". But that's a thing. So yeah, man. We bringing in guys that is forming into shape. And in other news, give a shout out. I mean, whatever the fuck you want to call it, to Tom Grassi. I seen yesterday, he won motherfucking fan of the year. I'm like, did he win that shit last year? I thought he won it last year. But what amazes me about that, fuck the charities, all that shit. That's cool and that's nice, right? But what amazes me of how many people actually had a chance to win this shit. And then him winning it. So just the Packer and me, shit, that means we could win a goddamn Super Bowl. I know those aren't parallel things to talk about, but that's just the way I think. It's like, damn, and as a fan base, you just got to be happy about any kind of clout we get. Out of all the teams represented on the show that everybody was watching, that G was represented, whether you like the content or not. I don't watch this shit, but I respect it. I'm a content creator. I know how hard it is to just, it's actually not hard. As you guys can see, I can talk Packers all day long, but the time and just to stick to it for a long period amount of time, you got to respect it. So shout out to Tom Grassi, man, representing the Pack on a national level. You know what I'm saying? We on the underground level right now with us, but it's cool. You already know the underground got the best music most of the time. And then when motherfuckers make it big, it's like, oh, we like the old person. We like the old. So, I'm cool with where I'm at right now. But God damn it, if that's possible, don't let me win fan of the year. I'm acting fool. Don't let me over there in Green Bay. Don't let me over there, bro. So, hey, I don't know what he did. Well, clearly all those charities. But like, hey, I need to be in line for the fan of the year. God damn it. Yes, and that is just kind of by default. It's just because of us being the Packers, just drafting good players, period, and developing good players, period, and developing players who can do different things, period. Now, I know it's not the defense, but say offense. Say a whole new offensive coordinator came in and a whole new, LaFleur gets fired, God forbid all that. And then the offense, we got a Zach Tom. He could play right tackle. He could play guard. He could play center. We got an Elton. He could play all the same. We got Yash. He could play left tackle and right tackle. So our players are versatile is basically what I'm saying. We draft versatile players just by default. So to be versatile, that means you have a skill set that can do a 4-3 or a 3-4. And let's be 100% honest. That's just the base defense. That's the base. It's the base defense, okay? We might be a 4-3, but it's going to be like a, it's going to be different. But there's still going to be a lot of 3-4 out there. There's going to be the 5, 2, and 3, whatever the fuck. You know, it's going to be a lot of three linebacker sets. That's why I'm like, man, is Devondre really leaving? Y'all just going to go young? Y'all going to go get Patrick Queen? Like, what is y'all going to do there? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. Baltimore is ready to let go of Patrick Queen when they just got a new D coordinator, and I'm sure they want to set him up the best that they can. But again, money talk, bullshit walk. But again, as far as Queen, he's like, well, shit, I was drafted here. You know, we're right there too. They almost was a Super Bowl contender. So I don't know. You know, I would love to get him, but you know, I will also love to see how you know, how it turns out. Oh, wait, Brandy, that's a good one. But something is just telling me, I don't know. This might be, albeit hopefully he's healthy. This might be, I don't know, Jair's best year coming up. I don't know why I'm thinking that. You know, the suspension and this and that, he came back better. And I just think he was chomping at the bit because he did miss a lot of time last year. If this guy is healthy, bro, he's a game changer. So go get that 2-3 jersey, Brandy. Go get Jair. But you can never, ever go wrong if you haven't got it already. Get the Jordan Love jersey. I mean, you cannot go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with the Jordan Love. And just let me know, Brandy, what you going to do? You going to do the white or you going to do the green? My boy's in the building. Dave, what's up? Shout out to Mississippi, man. Yeah, we are the hunted now. But hey, be careful what you wish for. Everybody, oh man. Hey, so now we are the team who you want us to be. Team out there that's going to be going to whoop ass and all that. But that also means 17 weeks of any given Sunday. I don't give a fuck if it's, I was going to say Denver coming in. Nigga, they beat us this year. So yeah, I don't give a fuck if it's, who the fuck? Who's the worst team? I don't give a fuck. Carolina, they almost beat us too. Yeah, you know, like, we can't sneak up on anyone. We're going to be that X on a lot of people's schedule. Have to be. Because, you know, the NFL is starting to see, like, oh, shit, Packers are on the way. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the riggers are starting to work their little shit in. The rig is in, you guys. The Packers are getting the Super Bowl soon, you guys. You got Grossi winning, the fan of the year. You got the draft coming to Green Bay. KHTV, where you at? Hey, this might be rigged, man. It might be our time. Shout out to Love Jones, man. You know they're not going to do that, but let's listen. We got to crawl before we walk. Let's give a little credit to the NFL, goddammit. Because first, LaFleur was never even thought of in these rankings. He got like a vote. I think he got like a vote, a third place vote. And he actually finished 9th in coaching of the year. So, hey, sometimes you got to get your feet in first. So next year, coach of the year candidate, you were good with Rodgers. People were saying, oh, you can't do it without Rodgers. Did it with J Love, not no journeyman quarterback, not no guy who's seen it, a first-year starting quarterback who's never started a season in the NFL. And you do that. If he does it again this year and we have a respectable record and we make the playoffs, like, you got to give him the fucking coach of the year and at least consider him even better. And I think the same way for J Love. They ain't going to give it to him this early. They ain't going to give it to him this early. He might end up getting a ring before he get an MVP, which is fine too. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to put up the numbers to do so, and we definitely going to have enough wins to do so. I'm just talking about the consensus NFL smart people, you know? I think he will. Another versatile dude, Brandy. Clark, okay, he can play D tackle, but what can he also do? Play DN. Same thing. See, Brandy, it's an easy transition. Why? What do we say about Carl Brooks? He's a fucking D tackle in a DN's body, or the opposite. However the fuck you want to say it. He's big, but he can do shit a little nigga could do. So you got that. You got Kenny, who can be, he can play the Aaron Donald role. He is not Aaron Donald. We got it. We know. But he can play that role, you know, or he could be the nose, or he could play in. Lucas Van Ness, very versatile. Put him over the middle. Put him on this side. Put him on that side. So, man, Hafley got to be like somebody mentioned earlier in this chat. Hafley got to be looking at the damn defensive like roster he has. Like, I could work with this. You know, I could work with this. Yeah, man. So, again, for him to be his first year and be second behind Dak Prescott, Dak Prescott, who been in his system for fucking 8-some years. I mean, since McCarthy been there, he had to relearn that. But like that is a fucking well-oiled machine over there in Dallas, right? Motherfucking J Love comes in first year with all these young cats, all these people who Rodgers couldn't do nothing with. Came through and very successful, man. So we cannot expect nothing less than that. Definitely. But then again, Brandy, it's just the smarts of drafting, you know. It was to the point, Brandy, where I complain about Green Bay. I'm like, Green Bay has too many number one project players, and then number two players who, like Oren Burks, the motherfucker's in the Super Bowl now, but like safety / linebacker, like that kind of, you know, like which one are you? Which one do you excel at? Or are you just a little good at both? I was tired of the Packers doing that, but they have to do that because the farming system, you know, we are told that they get best player available. So it's a mixture of both. I'm sure, you know, he knew at some point that Barry was not the guy to probably win a Super Bowl with. Had to think that. So, you know, but again, I just think that's just the way he just drafts anyway, man. And that's why, you know, I know Christmas is December 25th, you know, and, you know, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever y'all celebrate out there. But it's Christmas draft day, man. You know, we cannot look at these past two drafts and just scoff. You know, the draft, I used to not care, but I used to, you know, hey, go about my day. I'll check it in my phone. I'll get my alerts in my phone. Now I'm watching TV, eating popcorn. I'm watching the draft because we turned 6 rounders into starters first year, you know. So, you know, that's just what it is. Yeah, you're right. And as he said, Brandy, in the rare, you know, conference that we get, you know, we only see Goot 3-4 times a year when he's talking. The first thing he said is, he said, we are always, not just now, but we are always building and drafting for the future. So, yeah, man, I think it's good to end it on that, y'all. I got a split. Busy day for me today, but I just had to come and see my people. So you already know what time it is. Shout out to Brandy Lewis. Thank you and welcome back. You know, hey, Brandy's okay, y'all. Hey, I had people hitting me up. Where's Brandy? I'm like, hey, bro, she probably got a date or something. She probably at work or she got a life. The season over. She might have something to do. So good to see you, Brandy. Shout out to my boy Love Jones, man. Zane Strong, of course. Thank you for everything you do. My boy David Niehoff, man. Shout out to TR. Shout out to my boy Big Nate, Packers fan with swagger. Shout out to the wifey, Monica Anaya, the whole house over there. You know, little Nate, baby girl, teenage girl, you know, new, you know, on the way, all that. Man, y'all gonna be the Brady Bunch in a minute over there, Big Nate. Slow down, Big Nate. Hey, this might have to be it for you, Big Nate. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have you a whole team anyway. You're going to have you a whole starting 5, bro. If you ain't got it already. Shout out to my boy John Bain and hit that like button. Shout out to my boy Milto, too. If you didn't hit it on the way in, hit that shit on the way out. And yeah, man, I'm going to end it on that, people. You know? Hey, the Super Bowl is Sunday. So you never know. We might do a Wake and Pack Super Bowl special, man. You know? That is somewhere that I aspire to be. And we're going to be there within the next 2 years. So, you know, of course, we're going to be all on this journey together. And I will see all of y'all later. Thank you so much. Hit that like button, y'all.